Hello, welcome to Patrice's Projects. Today I'm finally announcing the seed giveaway. I had recorded a video and it was a combination seed giveaway plus some seed saving tips. Today I'm just doing seed giveaway. I don't know what happened. It was a long video, lots of editing. I had it all put together, I rendered it, and I checked it before uploading. There was no sound at all. And I tried working on it, and I tried, okay, I'll just upload it, see if there's sound. There was no sound, so here we go again. It was supposed to land on the 31st so that you had it on the 1st. Long story short, it didn't work, so we'll just change the seed giveaway dates. Okay, what I'm giving away this year is, I'm giving away a combination of carrots, so it's like a rainbow carrot mix. Only it only has 3 colors instead of 4, I think, is what typically is in there. So I'm giving away the cosmic purple carrots like I did last year. And they're a nice, I got the seed originally from Baker Creek. And they're a nice long, slender carrot. And they can get really fat though. If you grow them over the winter and pick them in spring, I got some really fat ones that weren't super long, but they were really big. And that's when they're the sweetest, is when you pick them when it's cold out. People in warmer climates can grow them throughout the winter, so I would recommend as soon as you get your seeds to go ahead and plant them. So if you live in zones 9 and 10, maybe even 8B, get your carrots in the ground. So one of them is the cosmic purple. Another is another one I got from Baker Creek called Muscade. And I grew mine in clay soil. I did grow some in one of the beds last year, but it had really poor soil. If you watch my videos, you'll know why. Something to do with tree roots. Okay. I'm working on that problem. So the Muscade, they're supposed to have more of a blunt tip, I believe. But mine grew legs, a lot of legs, most of them. But the ones in the bed actually grew nice and straight, and they are very sweet. They have a very, very small core. Can you see that? And, oh, and I love gardening from my head to my toes. Tomatoes. Okay, so that was one of the shirts from my daughter. I had that on a previous video as well. Okay, so that's the second carrot. The third one was another Baker Creek one. And it was one of the free seeds they gave me, and it's really nice. It's called Amarillo. It's a yellow carrot. It's also a long, slender one, in my experience anyway. And it's a little harder to germinate than the cosmic purple for me is kind of easy. The Muscade is even easier. So the seed packets will probably be a little heavy on the Muscade, because I happen to end up with more seeds for that than I did the Amarillo. The Cosmic Purple, I think I have quite a bit of. I'm still working. This is the Muscade. And some of the flower heads will have literally thousands, many thousands of seeds in it. And it'll shoot up, okay, this is for the next video, the seed saving. But it'll shoot up a main flower head, and it'll be big like that. And it could have 2 big ones like that. And then, just like if you grow broccoli after the big head is there, you'll get little small side shoots. Those also have seeds, and they're perfectly fine. It's off the same plant. And I did pick the nicer looking carrot plants to save seeds from. And I selected them actually during the winter because carrots don't seed the first year, they'll seed the second. So I've been planning on this since last year before the pandemic hit. And I'm so glad I did, because carrots are a type of food that can keep a long time. So even though it's 1 carrot per plant and carrots can grow pretty big, you can plant them pretty densely and get quite a bit of carrots. Especially if you use like raised beds or big pots that are deep enough for carrots, say 10 inches deep, you can grow a lot of carrots in a pot. You'd be amazed. Okay, so the next thing on the list is sun gold cherries. Cherry tomatoes. I don't have a lot of seeds from that. I realize Sun Gold is a hybrid tomato, and I knew that last year when I saved some seed. A friend of mine, I helped him plant a garden, and he purchased a Sun Gold tomato plant because he said that they're the best. I had never tried them. He brought some over, and they were like eating candy. They're so sweet and very productive plants. So I saved some seeds from that, and I planted them. I planted maybe 6 or 8 of them, and I only kept 1 plant, and I gave the others away. So 3 of the people that I've talked to that I've given these plants to had nice gold, just Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. They were true to the parent plant, or their parent plant. With hybrids, it's from 2 different types of tomato plants. So when you plant seeds from a hybrid, it's likely you're going to get a tomato that is some sort of strange cross between the 2, or you'll get characteristics of one or the other of the parent plants of that Sun Gold. I got one with small red cherry tomatoes. Let's see, here's one right here. They're tiny. They taste good. They're sweet, but they're not nearly as sweet as the Sun Gold. So I saved the seeds from one of the plants that I gave away. She lives right down the road, so I asked her for some because I didn't have any Sun Gold tomatoes. And she gave me quite a few, and I saved the seeds because I wanted to give them away. Unfortunately, I didn't plan for seeds for a pandemic. I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't expect it to go this long. Otherwise, I would have saved full-size tomato seeds. However, I also grew, okay, here's one that I still have on the table. She gave me some of the Boxcar Willy tomatoes. I had grown out some Boxcar Willy tomatoes from seed, and I didn't keep one of those for myself. They produce very well, but I had so many different varieties of tomatoes this year that I gave away my only Boxcar Willys. And I know that they do produce well. They're not the best producer, but they will get a nice set in the beginning. Not a huge set of tomatoes, but they keep producing for a long time. So it's a nice one to have because you get tomatoes for a longer period of time, so you have fresh eating, especially if you're not a canner. People that can, they like a whole bunch all at once. You get it all done out of the way, and you have all your stuff stored. And if you're like that, you'll want what's called a determinate tomato, and instead of growing long and viney, they're going to make more of a bush type plant, which I have a tomato seed, a cherry tomato, that grows much like that. It was developed by Ray over at the Praxis 55712 channel, and he had planned on selling some of these seeds on his Little Shop of Seeds site. It's littleshopofseeds.com, and he has quite a few seeds in stock right now. A lot of seeds, if you've been looking, are sold out for varieties that are more popular. The Praxis cherry tomato, which he developed from a hybrid tomato, and he just kept growing it out and selecting the best characteristics on a plant that he liked, and then would grow those out. And so after several times of growing it out, then it became true to seed. Because he had a rough year, he was trying to keep up with all the orders for his Little Shop of Seeds. His Praxis cherry tomato plant did not thrive, so he didn't have seeds to sell. I'm hoping he's okay with me giving away seeds I had saved a couple of years ago. So tomato seeds are viable for years, 5 to 7 years at least. Some have been grown out even older than that. So I'm certain you can get almost all these seeds to germinate. So I am giving away the Praxis cherry tomato as well. So it's going to be either the Praxis Cherry Tomato or the Sun Gold, and you'll have the opportunity to tell me which one you want. And I will give away seeds until I run out, and I will let you know in a video, I guess, when I'm running out of things. Carrots, I have plenty. I don't think I'll be running out of those. Another thing I'm giving away is peppers. And, okay, these have been in the fridge for a while, so don't judge me. They aren't looking too good. One of the peppers I'm giving away is a paprika. And unfortunately, these were on the fridge too long, so they are just going to be for seed. And I got those seeds as well from Baker Creek. Now, there's different types of paprika. There's sweet paprika, and then there's spicier paprika. I was looking for a sweet paprika, but I was looking too late in the season, and people had bought up all of the types of paprika plants or seeds that I wanted, which are the sweet. And what I wanted to do was smoke the paprika, because I like smoked paprika. So I got what I could get, and this is a spicy one. It's from Hungary, and it's okay. There's two types of peppers I'm giving away, and I will kind of let you know how hot they are, because I wrote down the heat levels, indexes of several different peppers, and I'll let you know about that in a minute. Let me tell you what the other type of pepper is. Let's see if there's a decent looking one on the table. There's not. These are, I let mine dry before cutting the hot peppers. I let them sit around and lose a lot of water, because when you're cutting hot peppers, wear gloves. Wear those nitrile gloves, the latex gloves, anything to protect your fingers from it's called capsaicin. That's the heat that you get in the pepper. I'll be doing a seed saving video on that. But I let them shrivel like this so that they don't splash me and get that stuff on me. Last thing I want is it in my eye. I have a fear of getting that heat stuff in my eye, even though I wear glasses. Okay, so to let you know how hot that pepper is, this would be considered like a mild super hot, I guess. A Poblano, most everyone knows what a Poblano is, and it's really mild. So it comes in at 1 to 2,000 Scoville, and Scoville is the type of heat units that they're measured in. So that kind of gives you an idea of 2,000 isn't hot. However, a jalapeno, that's pretty hot, and it's really hot for some people. That comes in at 5 to 15,000 Scoville units. A serrano, which is quite hotter than a jalapeno usually. I grew some jalapenos one year, and I bought the plants over at Ace, and they were super hot. First time I ever burned my fingers on a hot pepper. And they burned all night long and half the next day. So always wear gloves with hot peppers. So a serrano comes in at 10 to 23,000 Scoville units. That's pretty hot. Habanero. Okay, a habanero, that is a hot pepper. And they're tiny little things, but they can be bigger, but usually they're pretty small. And they are 10 to 350,000 Scoville units. The Sugar Rush Peach comes in between the serrano and the habanero. So I guess a habanero would be considered a super hot. Either that or this isn't a super hot. So the Sugar Rush Peach, did I mention what that's called, a Sugar Rush Peach? And a lot of people, because of the name, have purchased these types of peppers, assuming that they're sweet peppers, take a big bite, and they get the worst shock of their lives. So my warning to you, write down, because I'm just going to send you a packet without what's written on it, because it's going to be written on the paper above it to make it easier for me. Make sure you write it's a hot pepper on there, because the name is confusing. Okay, so the Sugar Rush Peach comes in at 50 to 150,000 Scoville units. So it's definitely not one you're going to be just snacking on. So that's between the serrano and the habanero, but from what I have seen on reviews and things like that, I believe it's usually closer to the 150,000. I've used it for seasoning things, and for us, it is a pretty hot pepper. So I'll make like I don't know, 5 cups of salsa at a time, and I'll freeze a bunch of it. And 1.5 of these is enough to make it a medium heat, and that's not very much peppers. Oh, and I'll put in a couple little tiny jalapenos just for the jalapeno flavor. Because I grow little tiny jalapenos, I don't know. They taste the same. It doesn't matter the size. Okay, and just for more comparison, a Butte Jolokia, which is a ghost pepper, that comes in at 1 million Scoville units. And, oh, the paprika is considered super mild. I have tried it, obviously. I grow it. And I would say there is some spice to it. To me, it was about the same as a regular Poblano, which does have some spice. Maybe a touch spicier than that, in my opinion. So it's called a Lutschauer paprika. So there's different names of paprikas. So that one's let me show you. I'm probably saying it wrong. Can you see that? Lutschauer, oh, there's the L. Paprika. That comes in at super mild to 2,500 Scoville units. So there is some spice to it. It's not super spicy though. I don't have a smoker. I was going to try and create something to smoke them. I didn't do that, so I ended up with a lot of peppers sitting around in the fridge. Now I'm going to be giving you seeds from them. So on the peppers, again, you pick either the Sugar Rush Peach or you pick the paprika. And the next thing on the list is I have 2 different types of basil. Actually, I have more types of basil than that, but I have enough of these seeds to be able to give away a lot. Cinnamon basil. And cinnamon basil, the smell of it is quite cinnamon-like. The taste, I would say it's quite an herbal type, herbal tea type. You can taste some basil in it, but you have a hint of the cinnamon, maybe a little bit more than a hint. And then you also taste a little licorice in there, in my opinion. Everyone is different, so that's my thoughts on it. I do add it to some foods sometimes, especially like dressings for salad, like vinaigrettes and things like that. Also, I put it in on cucumber salads with the tomato and things like that. Really good that way. And you can use it in your teas because it's quite herbal and it's good. Another one that a lot of people are growing because there's a lot of medicinal properties in all basils. All basils have some anti-inflammatories and antioxidants, but this particular type of basil is supposed to be very high in a lot of things that are very healthy and healing. That's what I've read, and it has several names. Holy basil is one that you've probably heard if you watch Roots and Refuge Farm. Jess over there grows it. It's one of her favorites to grow because it smells so good. You just have to walk past that plant and create a little breeze, and it smells delicious. To me, it smells like juicy fruit gum. It smells super sweet and like juicy fruit gum. That's it is kind of floral too, but it definitely has that smell to me. And it has a nice herbal flavor. It's perfect for teas. You can also put it into your foods as just an added herb if you're making something like a sauce or something like that. Want to add some more basil in there, you can go ahead and put some holy basil in. It has a fine flavor. It just doesn't taste like regular basil. A couple other names for it are sacred basil and Tulsi. I believe Tulsi is the Indian name, and if you look up Tulsi, that's where you'll find more information on the medicinal properties of it. So those are the 4 seeds I'm giving away, and then I'm going to do a drawing, random comment picker drawing for something. And this is something that is getting kind of hard to find unless you go on eBay or something like that, and that is garlic. Jess over at Roots and Refuge Farm, she had mentioned that either her cousin or a good friend has a site. Oh gosh, I didn't bring the paper. I'll put it, oh, it's on here. It's on here. I think, no it's not. Okay, I'll put it right here, what the site is called. And she has a farm that sells fresh garlic seed or for eating as well. This one is called Italian Premium. And these are a nice larger head, and these are a soft neck garlic. Nope. Is that a hard neck? That might be a hard neck garlic. Now that I'm feeling it, I think that might be a hard neck garlic. Hard necks are typically grown in cooler climates. For where I live, this is a soft neck type where you can bend it easy. This is a hard neck type where it's hard to bend. I'm going to be doing a drawing for those, but it'll be in addition to the seeds. So your comments on this video will be your entry. And only one comment, you can leave multiple comments, but only one comment will count, because I'm going to have the random comment picker filter out duplicate comments by people. So I had purchased 2 different types. She sold out pretty quickly when Jess mentioned it on her garlic, but I was able to get some. The other one's called Silver Skin Large. I think that might be the type that's typically sold in supermarkets around here. And these aren't real large, but I'm going to be growing them, and I'm also going to give one away. Another type of garlic, I'm going to be doing 2 different drawings. One today, well actually 2 per. So I'm going to offer 2 different ones today, and then I'm going to do another seed giveaway, and I will offer 2 other varieties then. So on this one, I'm going to be offering the Italian Premium, 1 bulb of this, as well as the seeds. Oh, not that one this time. And then 1 of this. This one I got from Baker Creek, and this is a soft neck garlic. So it grows great in warmer climates. Unfortunately, where I put my garlic, this type of garlic anyway, this year was at a terrible place. It received very little sun. I am just pleased that I got heads that large. You'll get bigger if you put them in a good place. So this is called Kay's Backyard Garlic, and you can look up the information at Baker Creek. So I'll be doing a drawing, 1 for 1 of these, 1 for 1 of these. In addition, you'll get the seeds that you select. So again, to go over the seed varieties, you get the carrots. I mean, you just get the carrot blend. It'll be a combination of all 3. And then on the tomatoes, you can pick Sun Gold or Praxis Cherry tomatoes. I'm also going to go ahead and open up the Boxcar Willy. Oh, let's do that one again. And I'm going to go ahead and cut open these couple of Boxcar Willys, and I'll offer those, but that's going to be very limited quantity. So when it runs out, then you have to pick 2 choices if you want Boxcar Willy. Then additionally put another variety, because if it runs out, then I'll just give you, like if you say Boxcar Willy or Sun Gold, Boxcar Willy or Praxis Cherry. So it'll be like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to put a note in the envelope that you send me on which varieties you want. On the basil, it's going to be the cinnamon basil or the holy basil. And on the peppers, the paprika or the sugar rush peach. So leave me a note inside of an envelope but you're also going to send me a self-addressed envelope. So you're going to send me an envelope, legal size, and on it you're going to put your own address, and you can even put yourself as the return address, and then stamp it, fold it in half, put it inside another envelope, and on that envelope you're going to send it to me. So I will put my address down in the show notes below, and that way I can remove it at the end of the giveaway. Previously I had it written right here on the video, and I thought, no, because I can't remove that later, so when the giveaway ends, I'm going to remove it, and I don't get more envelopes for that giveaway. So that solves that problem. Okay, so I think I've got all the information out. Go ahead and get those envelopes to me as soon as possible, and the drawing goes from today through, let's say, October 21st. That gives plenty of time for you to be able to get your envelopes to me. And like I said, put a comment down below, and I will be doing a drawing for either Kay's Backyard Garlic or the Italian Premium. And so I'll be doing two different drawings for them, and one person will win one, and one person will win the other. Good luck. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.